What's going on, guys? Woo! Right now, I'm in Tulum for a 3-day mastermind program with other members of the 7-figure coaching business program, Scaling Blueprint by Trey Cockrum. He's my business coach, in case you were wondering. And the event actually it's still going, but there was so much to digest. I didn't want to overload my brain, and you want to basically have some time to process because there's a lot of good things that we discussed, a lot of hacks, a lot of vision. It's so much. I want to go over key takeaways that might be relevant for you as a home service business owner and to consider in how you can grow your business. So I'm going to go over some of my notes and see what relevant topics we can discuss and we can go over that might be relevant for you. I think the first topic that we touched on was personal optimization and learning how to say no. So personal optimization, it all starts and it ends with personal transformation, personal optimization. And if you're not at the place you want to be, your business, with your relationship with your kids, with your relationship with your spouse, with the amount of money you have in your bank, whatever it is, instead of trying to think of it and work on it from the technical aspect of your business and how can I generate more leads, or how can I optimize my operation side, how can I produce a better customer feedback results. This is good, but first thing that you want to start with is working on yourself, improving yourself. Because by you improving yourself and working on yourself, working on your traits, working on your abilities, working on your management skills, working on all the things that you're in total control of, the other parts of your life, whether it's business, whether it's personal, whether it's romantic, whatever it is, it will be like a byproduct of your personal development and personal optimization, that things will get better naturally. Why? Because you are better. So I think it's a really, really important thing, to think of. When students join my local service mastery program, which focuses on helping home service business owners by helping them, removing them from working in the business and start working on the business. The key difference between the people who succeed and those who don't are the ones who understand that it's on them to actually perform. Now, people who come to me usually work with marketing agencies in the past, try to put this responsibility on the marketing agency for them to grow their business. No, it doesn't work like that. You need to first know how the whole thing works before you can offset it and delegate it to other people. So it's personal responsibility. And the way to take personal responsibility and to actually perform at a higher level is by learning it yourself, doing it yourself, understanding it properly, and only then you can manage, you can train, you can hold people accountable, but it all starts with you. So I think this is a key takeaway for everyone who runs a business, but especially home service business owners. You should take responsibility for where you are right now. And if you want to get to a different outcome, to a higher place in your personal life, in your business, career, whatever it is, start by working on yourself. That's key takeaway number one. Obviously, there are a lot of notes, so I'm not going to go over everything. This is something that I don't know how many of you are challenging with. I know I am, and it's about having a schedule. So I'm in the past year and a half, 2 years, I've been working like crazy, 14, 16 hours per day, sometimes even more, to be honest. Sleeping 6-7 hours and then just going back at it. And seeing Trey and listening to Trey and what he discussed and what he talked about is you don't need to work so much in order to produce a lot. Now, this is a guy that's currently making $200,000-$300,000 a month, mostly in profit, and he's growing to over $500,000, and I have no doubt that a couple years he'll pass the $1 million a month. And you hear him say that he starts working at 9-10 every day, and he has hard stop at 6:30. And so if this is what he's doing and he's telling you that it's not about working so many hours, but using the time that you are working, focusing only on work, not using social media for scrolling around or fucking around on other apps or whatever it is, but use this time to focus just on work and have a clear start and stop time. This is something that I feel like is key. And I feel like that this is something that I'm personally struggling with when I have family. And my wife always telling me, people don't see you, like you're all day, you're working. It's crazy. And I enjoy it. I must say, I love what I'm doing, but I need to work smarter and not necessarily longer hours. And that goes into another point that we discussed, which is something from the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, where there are urgent things that needs to, be done now, but aren't important. There are urgent things that are important. There are important things that are not urgent, and there are not important things that are not urgent. Now, most of us focus only on the first two, urgent but not important, and urgent and important. What Trey says, and this is key for everyone who wants to grow their business, is focusing on the important but not urgent, is focusing on the things that are long-term plays, that you won't necessarily bear the fruits of this labor in a matter of a couple hours or in seconds, like dopamine rush from social media, but these are monumental stones that you need to move around in order to build a multi-million-dollar business in a matter of, let's say, 5 years. So this goes back again to the other point where, okay, I'm focusing too much on the technical urgent stuff, but need to work more on the big things. Maybe it's even just thinking, right? Like we don't give enough emphasis and we don't treasure enough of just sitting there and thinking, how do I go there? Visualizing, doing exercise, maintaining this vehicle, this body of ours. So these are a few key things that really I feel like they're relevant for everyone, especially service business owners, but everyone. So that's another key takeaway that we had. Meditation. Yeah, I fell off this bandwagon for quite some time. Definitely need to get back to it. Do mindfulness, meditation, visualization, picture myself in where I want to be. And when I'm talking about myself, I'm talking about you guys as well. Because unless there's a clear vision of where you want to take your business, reality will just take you wherever it can. And Jim Rohn has a beautiful saying about setting a sail.
We're not here to entertain. We're here to instruct. We're here to grow. We're here to learn.
What are the chances that a ship leaving off Boston, the Americas, and it wants to get to Italy, but there is no captain to the ship? What are the chances that it'll actually end up in Italy on the shores of Capri? None. Right? So it's the same with us. What we must do is we must have a clear vision of where we want to go. And then once we have this vision, we can start working backwards on what are the steps and what are the actions that we need to take in order for us to get there. And not a lot of us do it. And even if some of us know this and know it, like me, sometimes we forget. And so it's key, and it's one of the most important things to do, to have a clear vision and work your way back from it. Now, two things that I feel like what people are missing and what service business owner and home service business owners are missing about coaching programs is two things. One is that we need accountability and reminders. And even though we know all these stuff, and I've read dozens of personal development books and I know a lot of the things, we need reminder. When you're in this group setting and you're being reminded by someone on what you should do in order to get to where he's at, you're like, damn, I know it. Let's get back into it. And with us, with our, like we have in our program, we have like weekly calls, few calls a week, different topics. A lot of the things, once you go through like our program, you get it. Growing your business isn't difficult, guys. Generating new leads isn't difficult. And you can go over it once, understand everything, and that's it. But the reason why it's not just like online course and it's a program is because the most amount of value that people see is in these weekly meetings. It's in these calls where they hear what other business owners haven't done, and they'll be like, oh shit, yeah, that's right, I need to do that as well. Now they already went through the online material, but now they're being reminded of that they need to do it as well. I'm waiting for these calls, even though I don't have any questions and I know what I need to do. I'm waiting for these calls because I want to be in the same room with people who have the same ambitions and the same goals and the same strive for this personal development of theirs as I do. And And I don't know about you, but most of my childhood friends, most of the people from back home, family members, are not at that level, are not where I am at. So it's very difficult for me to start opening up about how much I'm making, about where I want to go, because it would seem, first of all, like bragging. Second, people won't get it. They only look at the bottom line. Oh, wow, you're making 50, 100K a month. Wow, that sounds crazy. Like, oh, you're rich. No, like I'm not. And this is not the point. It's about growing. And this is not where I want to be. And if I want to build the biggest coaching program on the planet for home service business owners, and I want to make $4 or $5 million a month just with that, it would seem like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Where did he come up with these numbers? And when you're in such a setting of people who are striving and building themselves and like pushing as hard and are constantly striving to improve, these are the people that I want to be with. And people came from Australia to, I'm lucky because right now I'm living like an hour drive, but people came from Australia, people came from Oregon, different states, flew from all over the world just to be in the same setting. And I made IG Reel yesterday. Yeah, the content is great, but even if Trey hasn't talked about any of the topics that we went over today, I would still feel like I've gained everything that I wanted from this mastermind, because for me, it was the ability to be in the same room physically with people who have the same goals and vision. So that's it, guys. I hope you find this useful. Obviously, if what I do is relevant for you, and if you want to learn and understand how you can grow your home service business, stop working in the business and start working on it, separating yourself from the thing and moving those big bricks that will help you get to that vision, that big vision of yours, and you want to be in a setting with like-minded people, there's going to be a link down underneath this video. Feel free, book a call. I'll be happy to jump on a call with you, understand more about your business, see if it's a fit for what we do, and if it is, I'll be more than happy to help you get there. I hope you find it useful. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you thought about this video if you want to see more of these, and I'm going to see you here in the next one. Peace.